All right, welcome everybody to the U.S. Legends Open Series live from Charlotte Speedway, the Legends Road Course. That's right, you heard me correctly. The Legends Road Course from Charlotte Motor Speedway live right now on Evolution Racing Network. I want to welcome everybody. My name is Ryan Ezell, and I want to thank each and every one of you guys for tuning in tonight. We are underway at qualifying right now. Just started, got 5 minutes, 2 of your best laps if you can get around the track and get up to speed. As you see right now, we've got a smaller field tonight. We've got about 9-10 drivers so far that are making their way. In fact, let's turn on the qualifying loop here and see how these drivers are doing as we speak. We don't have a single driver to have taken time yet, but that doesn't mean they won't. They got to get all the way around this track, and they will. And as we watch the 31 of Casey Coots right now making his way through this track, let's take a quick look of how this track is laid out right here. You see, it's got a lot of turns. The start-finish line on the front stretch. But that's about the only thing that is familiar right there to this speedway that most people are familiar with at Charlotte Motor Speedway, the 1.5 big course. But you see Casey Coots will be immediately taking a right. They go backwards down the front stretch, immediately taking a right, going through what would be the NASCAR pit road, and then launching into the road course from there. So it's a 1.53 mile track. They got 35 laps tonight, 97 degrees on the track temp. So this is going to be interesting to see how this plays out for these guys here at the U.S. Legends Open Series. They have got, I don't know, let's see, 35 laps to make something happen. They're doing something a little bit unique tonight. They're giving unlimited fast repairs, because they want everybody to get the most time they can. Now, you got to keep in mind tonight, folks, that they have done several races throughout this season. In fact, this is race number 10 of 14, but it is only the third road course. They have one more road course right before the second to last race of the season at Summit Point, but this is probably their most challenging. So we are a minute 46 seconds in, and then we'll try to get word with our pole sitter tonight. In fact, let's go take a quick look at something here. I want to see. We've got Andrew Little. Looks like he's taking a pole. I'm going to throw up a little bit different grid here. Let them take a quick look. There we go. Got Andrew Little, Dick Little, with a 124.08. And Nolan Potter with a 124.50. So less than a half a second between first and second right now. This is going to be a challenging track for anybody. And not only that, they got to get it done quickly. In 5 minutes, 2 laps. They have an out laps. They have to basically do a mile and a half. You know, you don't want to do full speed and wear out all the grip that you have. But these guys are doing a great job. So as we conclude with qualifying, we'll be back here shortly. We have got to pay our homage to our great country by playing our national anthem. We'll be right back.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, welcome back, folks, to the Charlotte Motor Speedway Legends course. We are about to take the field. So as we do, let's see if we can't get a word with our pole sitter tonight, Mr. Dick Little himself. Mr. Dick Little, this is Ryan up in the ERN booth. You got a copy, good sir?
I got a big copy there, Trucker 10-4. What's up?
Hey! Well, all I want to see right now from you, Mr. Little, is I want to see Oh Baby Blue in Victory Lane tonight. You think you can make that happen?
I'm going to give it a shot, man. I haven't run a ton of laps, but found a little bit of speed there. I just got to make sure I can hold her together.
I think that's the key tonight, is keeping all four wheels on the pavement and staying out of everybody else's trouble. Well, man, I know you have a lap to get everything going here, but before I let you go, any last words, any thoughts you have for the race tonight, brother?
We're going to go ahead and dedicate this performance to Mr. Bean. He's not here tonight because I think he's doing his Air Force duties that we all appreciate and respect.
Absolutely.
So, we'll do that, and hopefully I can put up a big W, so that way at least somebody else besides him can win, and I'd like it to be me.
There you go. Well, brother, have a great night, and hopefully we'll be talking to you at the end of this thing.
All right, buddy. Talk to you later. Have a good
All
one.
right, buddy. Well, that's your pole sitter right there, Andrew Little, aka Dick Little. Andrew has been in up front, in the back, all season long, man. He's always been a contender, but it seems like he's had a rush of bad luck. Well, let's take a look at your starting grid tonight before these guys get going. You just heard from your pole sitter, Dick Little, right there in the baby blue 68. Our favorite Styrofoam Cup. Be starting next to him. Nolan Potter in the 34. Rusty Modesty, league owner, in the 6 car. Casey Kuntz in the 31 on the second row outside. Kevin Dowd, the 98, the Potter County Diggers inspired car, black and gold. Harold Rothery in the 4. Harold Watkins in the 22 car, the Big League Chew car, and starting 7th. 8th, Bob Fitzpatrick Sr. in the 48. And riding shotgun for the field will be Jerry Culver in the 13. That's your starting grid tonight, folks. Don't forget to follow at the bottom. You'll see the pit road ticker. Anytime a car is coming into pit road for any type of service, you'll see them there. But we're about to go green because the U.S. Legends Open Series is live from Charlotte Motor Speedway Legends Course. And there they are, patiently awaiting. But we're off, and Andrew Little gets a great launch. Nolan Potter flirts with the idea of pressing him there. They take a hard right turn, come backwards down pit road, which is such a great shot right there. And they'll take a hard left turn going through the set of the infield road course that they have designed. This will kind of play off a little bit of the NASCAR road course and a little bit of pit road, the straightaway. So it kind of takes the best of all the tracks, puts it together for these little high horsepower, low weight ratio cars. Where nice car guys would normally go straight, these guys take a hard, sharp right and then another quick left right here. But man, they are making this look easy. Got a small field tonight, but we do not have a small field of talent. All these guys are stacked, and anybody out there can win tonight. And speaking of winning and what you get, Potter County Diggers, big time stepping up. This is our premier sponsor. You see their logo all the time up in the top right and in the bottom left. Just popped it up there. Potter County Diggers. This is your #1 source on YouTube for unearthing Americana. They go up and they will search estates and they will search historical sites looking for pieces of artifacts and rare coins and rare things from our American history. And right now, with what we just went through, the 20th anniversary of 9/11, there's nothing more Americana than Potter County Diggers. It's not like they're out looking in the oceans, going to foreign countries. They're looking right here in our backyards, trying to unearth some of the most important facts of our history. And they have done a phenomenal job. Great editing, great products. They're going to be giving away a custom Potter County Diggers t-shirt, color of the driver's choice for whoever wins tonight. And custom hoodie for whoever wins the championship, because we only got 4 races left. This race 10, we got 4 more to go because they only do 14 in this season. It is going to be awesome the way this thing plays out because the points, man, are they tight right now. Ryan Bean's got a lead, a commanding lead of 377 points with 5 wins. Rusty Modesty in the 6 car, 298. Harold Watkins, 284. Nolan Potter, 282. And Will Brinkley, 280. May sound like Ryan Bean's got this thing in the bag. Guess what? Like you heard from Andrew Little at the beginning of the show, he is off for the next couple of weeks taking care of his military duties in the Air Force, which we want to personally thank Ryan Bean for not only his service, his continued service, and his dedication to our country. I personally want to say thank you. We put a post up on Evolution Racing Leagues and Evolution Racing Network talking about how dedicated we are to the military and the first responders and how thankful we are of each and every one of those branches and agencies over the weekend when we celebrated the remembrance of the 20-year anniversary of 9/11. And Ryan Bean, I know you're listening out there, brother. I want to personally thank you and each and every one of the drivers on iRacing and their families that both actively serve and the ones that are veterans. And we cannot thank each and every one of you enough for for the services that you have provided and the sacrifices that you have taken to protect our freedoms. And it doesn't matter what side of the aisle that you support, our military is the one that supports both sides. So thank you all, and Ryan Bean personally, thank you, brother. I can't wait to have you back in a couple of weeks and go out there. But in the meantime, that means a lot of these guys are going to have an opportunity to make up a lot of room in the points. And it looks like, speaking of, we've got some of these guys that are in top 5 in points, but it looks like maybe Bob Fitzpatrick may have had a little dust up. Let's go take a quick look. Yeah, just going a little wide, hitting the Bojangles and the North Carolina Blue Cross Blue Shield sign there. Didn't do any damage to the car and very little to the sod. So the Mike Martinos of the world that go out there and spend a lot of time mowing the yard, they'll be all right. He didn't tear it up too bad. That was a close call by Jerry Culver in the 13 there, but through some evasive driving, doing a great job getting around it. Now keep in mind, folks, tonight, no cautions. You will only see local cautions. And it looks like while we're away, looking at that replay, may have had another one. Let's go look. The 31 of Casey Kuntz may have had a little bit of problem getting onto this front stretch. Let's go take a look here. That's Casey Kuntz, 31. Taps the wall just a little bit. Let's go back and let's take a quick look at, see if we can't get a different angle here. Watching, yeah, it looks like he just might have tapped the wall just a little bit. I don't see too much damage to the front of that car. And in fact, he didn't lose a whole lot of ground, maybe a couple spots. Still riding comfortably in 6th position as we are on lap 4 of 35. And as I was saying, we will not have any cautions tonight. Only local cautions, meaning you'll have a couple of track officials waving the yellow flags when an incident is taking place just to let the driver know, hey, yield, there's an incident ahead of you. But no re-racking and stacking the field like we're used to. This is the road course, baby. You got 35 laps to go out there and prove yourself. And here's the thing. It's not so much about speed. We see these guys running a minute and 25-second lap times, give or take a second. So it's not like it's all about speed. It's about staying out of the wrecks, keeping the car, all 4 tires on the track, because these guys struggle with it so much because there's such high horsepower, high torque, and low rate ratio in these cars here. So cannot wait to see how this thing plays out. Casey Kuntz said, hey, I may have had a little dust up earlier, but don't count me out. But up front, it's all Dick Little and Rusty Modesty. Dick Little, I'm telling you folks, if you have watched any racing or been involved in any racing, Andrew Little right there in that baby blue 68 is in the most nerve-wracking position. I would rather be the second car in line any day of the week, and I'll tell you why. Because the 6 has the catbird seat. He can wait for the 68 to make the mistake and then capitalize on it. 68 doesn't have that choice. He's got to hit all his marks just perfect because he knows that somebody will take advantage of it if he doesn't. And here's the reality of it. It is human nature to look in that rearview mirror and drive out of it. And we don't want to have to do that, but hey, that's what we do as racers. That mirror is there for a reason. And, your crew chief, your spotter, everybody be yelling at you, do not drive out of the mirror. Well, it's human nature to do it. So, Andrew Little is doing a great job right now, but Rusty Modesty is like a mongoose on a cobra, waiting to pounce as soon as he makes a mistake. And he will. 35 laps of perfect racing. There ain't nobody on this track that won't make at least one small mistake. So it's just a matter if Rusty Modesty can capitalize on it, if he has enough room, enough discipline to get it in there. We'll have to wait and see, folks. But for right now, your leader, the one, the only, Dick Little, a.k.a. Andrew Little from Michigan. Man, he's a great guy, great driver, great teammate right there. And Rusty is putting so much pressure on him. It's almost trying to force him to make a mistake. But he's being lights out right now, guys. Lights out. Well, we're going to keep an eye on this battle up front. But let's go a little further back and take a look and see how some of our favorite drivers are faring. Just a little bit further back, we got our favorite Styrofoam Cup, Nolan Potter in the 34, race winner this season, doing a great job, staying strong, up in the points in 4th position. Still has a chance at winning this thing. He's waiting on both these guys to get tangled up so he can capitalize on it. Right behind him, Stealth Motorsports teammate Harold Watkins and my favorite gum from my childhood, Big League Chew in that 22. Looking flawless out there so far. Saw Casey Kuntz have a little dust up and get off track earlier in the race, but has done a phenomenal job of rebounding and making his way back to 5th position so far. Right behind him, Kevin Dowd, owner of Potter County Diggers on YouTube. You heard me talk about him earlier. Check him out. It is worth your time. Running in 6th position. Quietly making his way through the field in a brand new paint job, that butt kicker Logitech inspired number 4, Harold Rothery, standing strong in 7th position. Right behind him in that Wrangler Menards kind of pecan of freeze identity crisis car, our favorite driver out there, especially Sherry Culver's favorite driver, Jerry Culver. Son, doing a good job, just going out there hitting its marks and doing great. Bob Fitzpatrick Sr., after getting off track a little bit, and you see a little damage to the left front fender, nothing that won't hurt that car here on the road course. Doing a good job just keeping it on track. And Ryan Bean, I see you, brother. I see you on the chat. No, sir, you're welcome. These guys are putting on a great show, as you said. You hope they do. They already are. Look at this top 3 right here. Our pole sitter, Dick Little, league owner, Rusty Modesty, and our favorite Styrofoam Cup, Nolan Potter, sitting there right behind them. All 3 of these guys are just waiting, just begging for somebody else to make a mistake. As you see, the 34, Nolan Potter, gets around Rusty Modesty there for the 2nd position as we are coming to the conclusion of lap 8 of 35. So we're about a quarter away, a little less than a quarter away through the race. But, man, look at all the different lines these guys are running. And now look, Harold Watkins. Don't look now, but Harold Watkins, teammate to Nolan Potters, you see him lock up the brakes there just a little bit. He is coming into picture. In fact, let's go to the Goodyear blimp cam and take a look at these guys and see how far they are back. You see the camera doesn't have to move very far to get to 2nd, to 3rd, and Harold Watkins right there all on the same straightaway. So it's going to be interesting. We'll have to wait and stay tuned, folks, as they are battling right here. And Nolan Potter knows, man, I got to get out front. I got to get out there quick. He is chasing down Andrew Little in the 68, and he's running a little bit different line, which is kind of unique and interesting all in the same. Because tire wear, 35 laps may not sound like a lot, folks, but almost a minute and a half per lap. No cautions that are guaranteed, and no cautions at all for that matter. These guys, as you see Nolan Potter right there, he guns it, goes to the inside, and Andrew Little said, hey, it ain't worth the fight yet, too early in the race. Allows Nolan Potter to get around, and now the hunter becomes the hunted as Nolan Potter gets around and going. But there's 2 hungry gazelles back there ready to pounce on the lion, just waiting for him to go to sleep. So I cannot wait to see if one of these guys makes a mistake and who can capitalize on it. Looking good. Well, let's do this. So you can kind of see not only what it is like to take a lap around here. Let's go on board with league owner Rusty Modesty, and let's do a red line minute brought to you by Evolution Racing Network. And let's go on board and let's see what it's like to do a lap around a Charlotte Motor Speedway Legends course. And that is a lap, a red line minute lap brought to you by Evolution Racing Network around the Charlotte Motor Speedway Legends Road Course. Now, these guys are used to running these tight little tracks like you're seeing right there, where they go down pit road and go right back to the right and go out on the front stretch. But not tonight. These guys are doing the road course 1.53 miles through the rest of it. But man, this is a battle up here for the ages. You would think this is the last lap, but no, there's 25 laps to go right here. As Nolan Potter gets a little shook up, Andrew Little and Rusty Modesty are putting on the heat. And these guys, nobody is letting up. You would think they all would just settle in and wait till the 5 last laps to battle it out. But hell no, these guys are throwing it down. Andrew Little, Rusty Modesty, and our leader, Nolan Potter, all putting it together and doing a great job tonight, man. This has been some phenomenal racing for a road course. And we're only 10 laps into the race, folks, so I cannot imagine what the last 5 are going to look like. As you see, Nolan Potter just he's like, look, you two can battle all you want. I'm going to take off and get a little distance between you. Got about, let's see, about a 1 second gap between Nolan Potter and then the rest of the field, as they are kind of spreading out and going single file just a little bit. So while they're doing that, folks, at some point in time, we got to pay the bills or they're going to cut my electricity off and you won't be seeing no streams over here at ERN. So let's go pay some bills, folks, and we'll be right back after these words to your sponsor. All right, welcome back, folks, to the U.S. Legends Open Series live from Charlotte Motor Speedway Legends Course. 23 laps to go. Nolan Potter has done a phenomenal job of getting up front, getting around some very aggressive driving with Andrew Little and Rusty Modesty in tow. He's got about less than a second gap on Nick Little and a little over 2.2 second gap on Rusty Modesty. So everybody is kind of filing out, doing their job, just keeping it clean, but there's still a lot of racing to go. So as we kind of go through this, folks, take a look, enjoy. We'll be right back with you, but you are not going to miss a thing.
Can't see it starting over again. And oh, we know it's rough, but we're not quite setting behind. Tell me if you're awake. Can I talk to you again? Tell me what's it mistakes that have made us only friends. Now I notice how you don't stay. Don't you wait, don't you wait.
Wow, these guys are still doing an incredible job of going through the lines, keeping it clean. We've only had a couple little dust ups here early in the race. We'll take a quick look. I'm getting word that maybe Robert Fitzpatrick Sr. had another little bit of trouble. Let's take a quick look in the ERN replay booth. Keep your eyes on that red and white 48 right there as he comes off pit road. Just takes it a little too heavy. Makes contact with that tire barrier, but keeping that foot in the throttle, trying to get that baby bounce back around. But watch how close it is with the leaders coming around right there in 1, 2, 3, 4. Doing a good job. Come on, baby. Get that baby. Come on. Get it. Bounce back over. Looks like we have to give up. Call the tow truck. Oh, no. Maybe we don't. Yep. Tow truck had to come and get him. Well, we'll have to wait and see Robert Fitzpatrick get out. But while we're watching that, every time we go to a replay, folks, something else happens. Getting word that maybe we had a little trouble with Kevin Dowd right here. Keep an eye, maybe in that same spot, the 98 black and gold. Yeah, just a little too hot right there. Just a slight little bit of damage, though, on that right front fender, but I don't think that'll be enough to create any too big of problems. It just is a matter of any of that suspension got damaged in that hit when he took it on with the tire barrier. Didn't lose any positions, still holding on strong to 6th place right there. As we go back up front, Nolan Potter, Dick Little has closed the gap. He had almost a second gap between first and second, but now Dick Little is making it about a half or 3/10 of a second behind him. And then right behind him, Rusty Modesty doing a hell of a job back there, just waiting for these two guys to make a mistake. But you know what? 20 laps to go. So you know what that means. It's time to go through the field. Brought to you by Potter County Diggers and Fox Hills Lawn Care. Well, let's go through. In first place right now, a driver that started second, Nolan Potter. He has won this season. He's got one win on the season from Grand Forks, North Dakota. Does a lot of racing. He's got a great crew with his brother Brock and Nathan Campbell, Harold Watkins. These guys are lifelong friends, and Zach Schrinthal as well. These guys are lifelong friends. They do a lot of racing together on iRacing. It's awesome to see a team like that come together. But Nolan Potter looking like he is commanding that lead and going to try to see if he can get up there all the way to the end. But our pole sitter, Dick Little, right there. Talked to him earlier from Michigan. Colin, I'm just going to do my best Oklahoma interpretation of that. Colin? Hell, I don't know. It's or Lynn, whatever. Hey, Andrew's from Michigan. How about that? Doing a great job. That's our pole sitter sitting up there in second spot. Just biding his time right there. Right behind him, league owner from Maroa. God, why'd you keep living like Smith, Tennessee or something? Easy to pronounce. Anywho, Rusty Modesty, that Sinclair 6 car, doing a great job. Just a guy that is second in points with Ryan Bean being out for service. The next 2 races, this could be an opportunity for a driver like Rusty Modesty and the guy right behind him, Harold Watkins, to make up a huge amount of space in the points. From Kalamazoo, Michigan, another one of those Stealth Motorsports drivers that we just talked about. Great, tight team. that's been friends for a very long time, doing a great job practicing together and preparing for each one of these league races. Great to see Harold in the Big League Chew 22 up 3 positions from where he started in 4th place. Right behind him, Casey Coots from Gallatin, PA. Good old Pennsylvania, Northeast Pennsylvania. Owner, or one of the co-owners, Potter County Diggers. These guys go out. We talked about it earlier. The league title sponsor. Go out, unearth Americana. Little pieces of history, piece by piece. Doing a great job going to historical sites, old, incredible places up there in Northeast PA that has a lot of rich history in our American history. Going up there looking for coins and artifacts, and it's just incredible to watch their videos. Go check them out on YouTube. Potter County Diggers. And the other half of that right here, Kevin Dowd, which is also throwing up tonight to the race winner a Potter County Digger custom t-shirt and the choice of their color for whoever wins the race tonight at Charlotte Motor Speedway Legends Road Course. He's running in a 6th position. Had a little earlier incident, did a great job. Has just biding his time right back, about 20 seconds back from the leader, but doing great. Harold Rothery right behind him, starting to put the pressure on from Donaldsville, Ohio, in that 4 lime green, looking like a Skittle going around the track, but you can't miss him, probably by design there. As we see right there off to your left, Bob Fitzpatrick Sr. get off track just a little bit, but Harold Rothery is putting the pressure on. We saw him earlier in the season do an incredible job of continuing to stay up front. Some of these tracks he is incredible at, and some of them he struggles a little bit, just like any of the drivers out here. But man, he is on a hunt tonight, trying to march his way forward. This will be a good points night for him as well. And right back there in 8th position, our good friend Jerry Culver from Tacoma, Washington. Look at the size of that mug, and I'm not talking about the fish. Talking about the head. Beautiful, beautiful rolling locks in that beard. Jerry, I wish I could grow facial hair like that. Looking sharp. Car's looking good as well. It actually looks pretty clean. Let's take a quick look at it up close. Doing really good, man. Car's looking clean. Look at those fenders. Look like they just came out of the paint booth. That car looks sharp. So this is part of it. Just keeping all 4 wheels on the asphalt, keeping it clean. And he'll be up there in no time. And then rounding out the field, the guy that's had a couple little hiccups throughout the race, Bob Fitzpatrick Sr. Now him and his son, Bob Fitzpatrick Jr., these guys, they love racing. It's an awesome father-son experience. I've raced with both of them in several leagues before. There is not a funnier man out there than Bob Fitzpatrick Sr. He's one of those guys that just doesn't care, loves to go out and race, and to make you laugh as well. So if you're looking for somebody, you're having a bad day, call this guy right here. He'll get you all cheered up in no time. Well, that's your Through the Field, brought to you by Potter County Diggers and Fox Hills Lawn Care. Well, let's go back up front and see how this battle is playing out, because Dick Little, look at him. He has made his way around our favorite Styrofoam cup and made it look easy. Let's see if I can't find exactly where this happened at. I'm going to try to see if I can track down the replay of this. Let's see. On lap 9. Oh, here we go right here. We're going to go back to ERN replay booth and see if we can't watch. It looks like, yeah. Let's rewind that just a little bit, boys. Show me that. You see, Nolan Potter just locks up the brakes a little bit coming off pit road there, or the NASCAR pit road, taking a sharp left to the infield turns. And that allowed not only Dick Little to get by, but Rusty Modesty to get by as well. But he didn't lose too much ground. That's a great thing. We got 15 laps to go. You know, we're over halfway, but that's a long time here because, you know, we started, these guys are doing about a minute, 24 second per lap, averaging 127, 126. So obviously it has fallen off pace just a little bit. So it's all going to be about who manages their tires. And we sit here and watch this battle for first place right now. Looks like Rusty Modesty, he's either running a better line or he's got a little more grip in those tires. He saved a little bit more than those other two because he's able to get to the inside fairly quick. And he is giving Dick Little a run for the money as they come through to complete lap 15 and start 16. They're coming up on lap traffic because as of right now, it looks like everybody's on the lead lap with the exception of one driver. So they're going to start hitting some lap traffic here pretty soon. Rusty Modesty's going wide. He's going to try to undercut Dick Little coming off pit road here where so many drivers have had trouble tonight. And these two drivers battling it out and trying to make a mistake is only going to help the 34 Nolan Potter, because if one of these two guys gets just a hair too close and they get collected up and go spinning or lose that momentum, Nolan Potter is going to fly right by him. So right there, you see it live on ERN. Rusty Modesty taking the high side all the way around that corner and setting himself up. That was a beautiful, absolutely beautiful execution of how you pass somebody in the S's there in the infield. Wow, that was incredible. Because he went on the outside, he put the pressure on him, he pinched him down just a little bit, and he waited for that right-hander, that sharp right-hander that had a long straightaway to go with it, and he had the run on it. So great job, Rusty Modesty, to take the lead for the first time tonight. Dick Little and Nolan Potter in tow. These three drivers have not left each other's sight all night long. But as you saw there in the distance, we're starting to see some lap traffic. So will that come into play with all these sharp right and left-handed? We'll have to wait and see. But at the bottom of your screen, folks, don't forget, we got the pit road ticker. It just disappeared. But anytime a driver is on pit road for service, you will see it down at the bottom. And right now we have all drivers but one on on the lead lap, and the top three within 2 seconds of each other. Usually a little bit shorter than that. So all three of these drivers need to run a perfect race for the next 13 laps. And the reason why is because if they don't, somebody else is going to capitalize on it. Got traffic coming up ahead for Rusty Modesty, and if Dick Little or Nolan Potter play their cards right and hit it at the right spot in the track, these guys can use that lap car as a pick and put them down. Let's throw up the battle boxes here in the bottom right of your screen. You'll see it. And let's go and let's take a look at we don't need to really see pit times or pit stops because they ain't doing it. Let's take a look at where they are and how they've gained positions. Rusty Modesty in the lead. They're up 2 spots. He gets around the lap traffic of Jerry Culver there. Jerry very respectfully getting out of the way for the leaders, allowing them to go battle it out. But Nolan Potter right here. Let's go take a look. Yeah. That was a very respectful move by the 13 of Jerry Culver. They're allowing that top 3 field, or at least top 2, now the top 3, to get around them and go battle it out. But, it's 12 laps to go. That's a long time here. It really could be anybody's race because anything can happen. It could be just somebody, say Nolan Potter, or Dick Little or Rusty Modesty, any of them, just gets one tire off the track and just barely clips the grass there with too much momentum, send them spinning. And the other guy, just like that, I will never say that again. I promise, Nolan. I am so sorry. I am so sorry. That is the curse of the broadcaster right there, coming to fruition live on ERN. That's what we do not want to be known for. Nolan Potter, I owe you a cookie, a bouquet of flowers, and a 12-pack of beer, because I literally just spoke that into existence. I will never do that again. Ryan Pete, it's all your fault. I don't know why, but it is. Anywho, hopefully he gets back up to speed. It's not out of reach right here. He still has it. These guys are just a second or so ahead of him. And they can make a mistake just as easy as anybody, and that will allow him to get back up front. But man, you saw it. That was tough. It's almost like I was watching a replay of this, even though we're live. Nolan Potter still got time. He's a few seconds behind first and second, but those guys, now that the tire wear is starting to literally take effect and you're visibly able to see it, you're able to see it in their lap times. It doesn't take much to get these cars off balance and send them spinning. So it could literally happen to any of them. Going back up front, you see he's not that far ahead. Rusty Modesty stretching his lead out to 1.3, 1.4 seconds. All he needs to do is just be consistent and hit his marks. He's got a clean car along with Dick Little right behind him and Nolan Potter. Nolan Potter's got a clean car. He just had a little feng shui of a mishap there. But we've seen him for the last few laps locking up his brakes on some of these really sharp turns, like the one where they go down NASCAR pit road. Yes, I see that, Ryan Bean. Damn, he's just openly murder Nolan right in front of our eyes. I did not mean to. I feel so bad. And here he goes again. Nolan, you're going to make the cleanest lap you've ever done, and you're going to catch first and second. See, I'm speaking that into existence. There you go. Holy crap. Well, I'll never get hired again to broadcast a race. Well, if I'm not going to be hired again, I might as well have fun with this one. Yeehaw! Oh, Dick Little, go get him, boy. Anybody want to know pop quiz time? We talked about it in the first or second race. Anybody wonder why Andrew Little, one goes by Dick Little just for this league, and two has that very specific paint? In fact, we're going to go show the back of it because I want you to see. There we go. There we go. Dick's Body Shop, established 1964. And if you look underneath the sim stamp number there, you'll see it. And it's old, the cutout letters, stencils, if you will, where they were painting stuff. They would paint road signs. Hell, they'd paint business signs with it. They were pre-cut stenciled letters, and it'd always be white paint. That's how it looks there, all the lettering on that. Well, that is his grandfather that opened up a body shop in 1964, did everything out of his shop right there at the house. Very small, one-man show. Raced the legends like this and raced a car that looked just like this. So for anybody wanting to know, that's why Andrew Little, one goes by Dick Little, which was his grandfather's name, Richard Little. And two, why the paint job looks exactly like that, because that's an homage to his grandfather and the way he used to do things. Since this is a Legends throwback series, do it right and make it look good. So let's go back a little further. Let's check on our favorite Styrofoam Cup. Nolan Potter there in the 34, doing good. Got around the lap car, Jerry Culver there, and just clicking off the time as good as he can. Teammate Harold Watkins in the 22, a little further back, holding strong at fourth position. These things are getting so spread out now. All of these drivers, nobody, unless they make a mistake on their own, they're really not in jeopardy of losing any spots by the end of the race. Casey Kuntz in the 31, doing a great job, made his way up to fifth position, holding steady. Harold Rothery right there in our favorite lime green butt kicker Logitech number 4 car there, doing a great job as well. Kevin Dowd, the 98, has fallen a couple of positions from where he started, but holding steady in 7th. And then behind him, Jerry Culver right there in the Menards, number 13, yellow and blue. Car still looks extremely clean. So he is doing all he knows to do, which is keep all 4 wheels on the track and go out there and run strong. Well, folks, we only got 8 laps to go. Up front, it's still Rusty Modesty in the 6 car. In fact, you're not going to miss a thing because we'll be right back after we hear a word from our premier sponsor, Potter County Diggers. But don't worry, you won't miss a thing because we're going to go ERN side by side.
Casey's calling me over and says he has
Scars on him.
Who's that? I got it! I got it! Oh my god! I'm back. Look at this bad boy.
That's right. Right there. You heard it. Potter County Diggers. Check them out on YouTube. I promise you are not wasting your time. In fact, you'll get stuck in one of those YouTube black holes where you will start listening to one of their videos or start watching it, and you'll go to the next and the next and the next. I promise you. And it's a fun experience to do. Make sure you go check them out. They are also not the premier title sponsor of the league, but they're giving away a free shirt tonight. Custom Potter County Diggers t-shirt to the race winner. As you see right there, Dick Little making up some ground on Rusty Modesty, and Rusty gets a little wide there, and you see him have to correct it just a little bit, keep that car straight. But Andrew Little, this is the moment he has been waiting on to be able to capitalize on one of Rusty's mistakes. Is the grip going too far? Is it going away on Rusty Modesty there? Or was that just kind of a one-time thing? Let's go take a quick look. I want to see what it looks like on the backside. This is the bumper cam on Rusty Modesty's car. Looking back at second place, Andrew Little, old Dick Little right there. He is, man, they're both running good lines, a little bit different lines, different entries there on that sharp right-hander to come back down NASCAR pit road. But man, they are both flying through this course. They know that 6 laps to go. They have got to get this thing figured out. But hey, Rusty is not giving up, and they're running both a little bit different line, and Rusty is just flying through this course. Well, it looks like our favorite driver in the chat there, Jerry Culver, may have had a little bit of a dust up. Well, let's go take a quick look in the ERN replay booth. We'll be right back to this battle up front. Keep an eye on that yellow and blue 13. Don't tell me he has the same problem that we've seen so many drivers to tonight. Take a sharp left. Yep, has to lock it up. Not a whole lot of damage, though. Knocked that right front fender off, and maybe a little toe damage on that right front. Looks like that right front tire is stuck out quite a bit, making it difficult to turn. Yeah, it looks like he's probably going to have to take that car to pit road, get some damages repaired so that thing will turn. It is having a difficult time turning. Sad part is he was right there by the pit entrance, so I have to limp that thing around and get back around, but I have a feeling that Jerry is not done yet. He's got plenty of time. As we come back to your leaders right now, 5 to go right here at the U.S. Legends Open Series. Rusty Modesty, Dick Little, and Nolan Potter a little further back, but right now it's just between these two guys. They are putting it all out on the line. Rusty Modesty has to run the best line he possibly can. He gets wide there, and I think that's what it is. I think the grip in those tires has given away on him just a little bit, because he lost a lot of speed through those sharp right and left-hand turns. And then when it came to that wide turn coming off the infield there, the car wouldn't turn. And you can see right there, he's struggling to get this car to go where he needs it to. You see a little bit of damage to that front left fender. So at some point in time, he's made some contact either with the car, sign, or wall. And that could be just like what Jerry Culver was dealing with. A little suspension damage that would make that car, that suspension damage is making it super hard for Rusty. And he is going to take it to the pits and get one of his fast repairs done and taken care of right there. I don't even think, let's take a look and let's watch him go in here. Be stopping through. I don't even know if he'll take tires, take that fast repair. That's right. Tires take too long, but you see right there, that was the third place Nolan Potter that just flew by him. But he's coming back out. He's not on new tires. I repeat, he is not on new tires. So the grip level still isn't there, but he got that suspension fixed. And now he's going to have 4 laps, about 3.5 laps to go track down Nolan Potter and see if he can at least regain that second place position. But as of right now, our podium finishers are Dick Little in the 68, Nolan Potter in second in the 34, and Rusty Modesty right there in the 6. That's your 3 drivers. Your best battle on track right now is going between the second and third place drivers. Everybody else is super spread out. So not a lot of battles for position going on. But this one right here will be a determining factor in the points. And you can see right there, Rusty Modesty is given everything that car has left to get around and get up to the second place driver, Nolan Potter, and try to get to his bumper and get around him. Because as they come by here, it will be 3 laps to go. And right now, it's the all Dick Little show. That 4 car behind him, Harold Rothery, is a lap down, so that will not be for position. Dick Little, all he has to do right now, he's got a 14-second lead over second. He has just got to go through, hit his marks, keep the car clean, and he will have his victory, his second victory, of the season. He had 1 victory earlier in the year. This would be his second victory. Let's go back and take a look at that battle for second position. You see Nolan Potter right there, and right behind him, you've got Rusty Modesty that has something to prove. This is a guy that led for a majority of the race tonight, led the most laps, has a little bit of trouble, has to bring it into pit road, gets the suspension damage fixed, but they had such a good gap over the third place cars and back that it allowed him to be able to go and get that repair done, come out, only lose 1 spot. And right now he is challenging the 34 to try to regain at least the second position. We are 3 laps to go, folks. Coming on and closing in right now on 2. Before we do, we'll go be right back. Word from our sponsor. You won't miss a thing, as we will be side by side with ERN.
2 million American spouses and children whose family member was killed or disabled in defense of our country, which is why I founded the Folds of Honor, providing educational scholarships to the families of 1% of the Americans who protect our freedom.
Thank you for supporting the Folds of Honor.
Thank you for supporting the Fold of Honor.
Please join our squadron today. Your $13 a month speaks volumes and changes lives forever.
All right, folks, welcome back. 2 laps to go. Lap and a half. Nolan Potter under fire by Rusty Modesty. But it's all the Dick Little show, as we are about to take the white flag here shortly. Oh, man, can he do it? 1.53 miles when he crosses that line here shortly. That's all he'll have for his second victory this season, and a huge jump in the points as he goes through the infield road course there, doing a great job hitting his marks, not worrying about any pressure underneath him. He's got a 13-second lead over second place Nolan Potter, but right now it's all him. He's doing a great job, and as he comes to the line, 1.53 miles to go here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway Legends Road Course. And the battle that we have right now is back here for second as they are getting ready to come by the line. That is Nolan Potter and Rusty Modesty duking it out right there, coming to that sharp right-handed turn. And Rusty is throwing everything he can. He knows this is all I got. He's right on the bumper of the 34 Nolan Potter as they come flying down NASCAR pit road, take a sharp left-handed turn. Will anybody make a mistake? Not right now, but Rusty Modesty is hunting 34 of Nolan Potter, and he is just waiting. Will there be payback? Is there redemption? Can Rusty Modesty try to regain that spot and at least go out with some dignity, knowing that he only lost it by 1 gets left-handed tires in the grass, takes it, and oh, contact between the two. Rusty Modesty pushes it just a little too hard. They make tire contact, and it puts him in the grass. Nolan Potter gets by. He gets a little shooken up. I think he'll be fine, but folks, it's all about Andrew Little right now, putting on a clinic, looking like Ryan Bean out there on a road course, doing a great job. Rusty Modesty was able to get by Nolan Potter there for second place. I think Nolan got a little more damage than he was hoping for. But right now, it's all Andrew Little. Dick Little in the 68 takes your victory tonight for victory number 2 right here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway Legends Road Course. What an incredible finish. And it didn't even have to do with the leader. A last lap battle that was unbelievable. In fact, we're going to go take another look at it as you're watching Andrew Little in that 68 baby blue Little Body Shop Legends car burn it down. Let's go take a replay look in the ERM booth here. Exactly what took place as they were coming on the last lap. You see it right there. Rusty hangs it all out. He's going to go wide, and he just comes in, makes a little contact right there, side to side with Nolan Potter. Now, we're going to keep the camera on Nolan Potter here because he was doing fine, but he goes through the next corner and probably had a little suspension damage. Has to lock up the brakes. And that allowed Rusty Modesty to get by and take over that second position. What an exciting finish here at Charlotte Motor Speedway Legends Road Course by the U.S. Legends Series. That was awesome. I cannot believe what I just witnessed. That was an incredible finish there by all three of the drivers. And the good thing is we're going to get to talk to all of them tonight because Rusty and Nolan, even though they had a little dust up and kept changing positions, they both still got a podium finish here tonight from Charlotte. So, well, folks, we'll be right back. We're going to go and pay some bills and hear a word from our sponsors. And then we'll be right back with your podium finishers here live from Charlotte.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Casey's calling me over. Says
The story's on. Who's
What
that?
happened? I got it! I got it! Oh my god! I'm back. Look at this bad boy.
All right, welcome back, folks. What an incredible finish that we all just witnessed. That was some of the best racing I've seen, and I thought it was incredible. Well, let's see if we can get a hold of our podium finishers, starting with Nolan Potter. Let's see if we can't get him on the horn here. That was such... I'm smiling from ear to ear because it was such an incredible finish. And let's see. Nolan Potter, Ryan, up in the ERM booth. You got a copy? Oh, I got to turn you up here. I can barely hear you. Man, what an incredible finish. We had the camera on the battle that was Rusty Modesty and Nolan Potter for the last 2 laps there. We watched it live on the ERN cameras here. Him going wide and just flooring it and going wide into that sharp right-handed turn and then making contact. Looks like he had ruined his night, but then I don't know, was it suspension damage or was it just trying to regain your composure? What happened there after that dust up? And tell me what you're feeling.
A little bit of both. It got a little bit of, I couldn't turn the car for a little bit there. I had to slow it down those last couple of corners after hitting him. But it didn't help that like 2 laps before the end there, my spotter came over and said, "Hey, you really got to take care of those tires." So I looked afterwards and it was like at like 25% tread. So I was,
Oh, wow.
I was using them up early on, and that's why I started fading. So.
Well, man, you put on a great show tonight. I mean, you guys, you know, for a race with no cautions, local cautions only, you knew you're going to be out for 35 laps at over a 1.5 mile road course in these cars. You were going to have to take care of it. You paced it out right. You guys were a tight group in the top 3 for, you know, almost 30 laps of this race and did a great job of it. I mean, you're really becoming a road course ace here and at all the road courses and the ovals as well. But these road courses, you're really starting to get them figured out. Are you looking forward to having one more of these at Summit Point, the second to last race, or are you ready to get back to the ovals in these things?
You know, if Ryan Bean's not going to be here, I'm going to be pretty happy. But, you know, we could always maybe spin him out here in early on, you know, make Summit Point interesting. But they're fun. But, yeah, ovals are definitely my favorite. So.
Well, that's awesome. Well, what are you excited? Are you excited at all, about USA next week? I know a lot of people love that track because as an iRacing driver, you're taught to get to know that track very, very well in street talks, in the Legends cars and some of the, you know, rookie and D-class cars. So a lot of people are very familiar with it. They saved, you know, it for third to last race. Are you excited about next week or are you a little nervous?
I think it should be a fun race. It's all about getting in your rhythm there and not losing that rhythm. So
yeah,
hopefully it goes well, and but we'll see how it goes.
Well, man, tonight with Ryan Bean and Will Brinkley and a lot of these guys that are up there close to you in the points, it should be a good opportunity to make up some ground. March your way to the front. So good luck next week. Congratulations tonight on one hell of a show. You guys did a great job. But before I let you go, man, you know what I got to do. I got to turn the mic over to you and allow you to give any shout outs, sponsor plugs, thank yous. The mic is yours, Nolan.
Say thank you to Harold for always practicing with me. And got to give our shout out to our league's biggest fan, and Sherry, that's Jerry's
That's
mom.
right.
So, I hear she watches every week, so just got to give that shout out. So.
That's awesome. Well, brother, have a great week, and we'll be talking to you tomorrow night, I'm sure, at Dover in the RSR series.
Yeah, I actually can't make that one.
No!
So, yeah, I'll be on a plane ride, so
all right.
I'll have to watch it when I'm sitting at the airport.
Well, there you go, brother. We'll give you a shout out. We'll be looking for you.
All right, thanks, Ryan.
All right, have a good one, brother. All right, well, that's your second place finisher, Nolan Potter. So let's see if we can't get a word with second place finisher, Rusty Modesty here. Oh, Dusty Rusty, this is Ryan up in the ERN booth. You got a copy?
Hey, Ryan, 2 weeks in a row.
Hey, how about that? Well, man, I just got through talking to Nolan, and we walked through that last lap fiasco, if you will. That was some of the best racing I have seen.
Yeah, it just sucks we got in each other.
It does, man. But, you know, when you go out there, you have to come in and get a fast repair done. Nolan passes you as you're coming out of the pits, and you have 4 laps to catch him. You catch him on the last lap, and you put it all out. I mean, your left side tires, about 3 inches of your tire was in the grass. You could see the grass blades flying up. And then that next sharp right-handed turn into the infield there, S's, and you just get a little loose. I would say, though, that was one of the most impressive and well-executed, put it all out on the line last lap moves that I've seen in iRacing. Walk me through
thanks,
that.
man. Well, it sucks we were in that position to begin with. There on turn 2, the little tire wall turn. Sadly, I clipped the left front and ended up with a meatball, so I had to come in and get that taken care of. But yeah, coming out, I knew I wasn't going to catch Andrew, so trying to get past Nolan was second best right there. He'd been complaining all night about his tires. I think he went a little too hard, too quick, and overheated him a little bit. But yeah, they're coming to the last turn. I knew I had to make a move on him. And you could tell watching the footage. I mean, he tried to keep his car down the best he could, and being the gentleman that he is, he's hollered on the mic, no, take it, that was my fault, take it. So, shout out to Nolan, being a gentleman on that one. Just unfortunate. It happens though. It was good racing.
It was, and he actually had an opportunity to stay where you are because you had spun in the grass. Had to recollect yourself. Well, him going into, you'll have to go back and watch it, going into the next corner, he knows that you're right behind him after after you guys touch and both kind of spin there a little bit. And he gives it just a little too much gas going into that sharp left-handed turn and locks it up going into the grass. So that allowed you to get back around. So it's you both had kind of a moment where you're looking at it going, why did that happen? But I'm telling you, and I'll tell you now that I think, I'm not kidding you. So since you're the league owner, you're going to have to go back and watch. And I don't know what lap it was. I'm going to go back and see if I can find it real quick. He went, Nolan Potter, I have the camera on him, and I'm talking about Nolan and how well he is driving tonight. Blah, 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 blah. I said the only thing that could happen to him with this much distance between him and the guy in front of him and the guy behind him is he could just barely get his tires off the racing surface and onto the grass and cause the car to spin out. And next thing you know, he's having to recollect. And I kid you not, 2 seconds later it happens. And he goes flying off the track and you just go, right by him. I was like, oh my gosh, Ryan Bean's in the chat going, Ezel, you could not have murdered him any faster.
No, curse of the commentator strikes again.
Yes, and you'll have to go back and listen to it because I said I will never speak ill of another driver. But
I think that was probably about the time he was talking trash. So
yeah, are you saying he deserved it?
It all comes around.
Oh man, that was some of the funnest racing that I have called. It was an awesome race. Congratulations on another second place finish. With Ryan Bean being out in the next 2 weeks and you guys going to USA next week, which I know you had said last week you liked that track. This could be a really good opportunity for you to make up ground in the points. And if you have a good showing again next week, you could potentially pass Ryan Bean or get right to him, which would set up an incredible battle for the last 2 races of the season. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing what you can do when the competition doesn't show up.
Yeah.
Obviously Ryan is the man to beat. And he's so good. He set himself up the buffer. So
sure.
it's unfortunate that he can't be here for the next couple of weeks. And you're exactly right. It's going to put us pretty darn close. So pending any more missed races, I think last 2 races are going to be on.
Well, that's awesome. I look forward to it. Can't wait to call it next week as well. But before I let you go congratulate or go celebrate with your team, I want to turn the mic over to you and give you an opportunity to say any thank you, shout outs. The mic is yours.
Yeah, thanks to everyone involved here, everyone that shows up day in, day out. It helps put this thing on. Thanks to all the sponsors, Potter County Diggers, and then we have some other private sponsors as well. And I don't know if the crowd knows it. I don't know if anyone knows, but Potter County Diggers gave out free T-shirt today to the winner. So
Oh yeah, we mentioned that several times tonight. They even get to pick the color, so that's awesome.
Yep. So congrats to Andrew on that. And congrats on his win tonight.
Absolutely.
Big shout out to Sherry Culver. I know this league's #1 fan. So shout out to Sherry. We see you. And thanks to ERN, always putting on a great broadcast.
Well, brother, we appreciate it. And go crack a cold one and have a great night. And we'll be talking to you next week.
Thanks, man.
All right, brother. Well, you heard it right there from second place, Rusty Modesty. No love lost right there. You know, good friends, great competitors between him and Nolan Potter. But when it comes down to it, everybody's going for every inch of real estate they can get. So with that being said, let's see if we can get our race winner down here and talk to him once again. Oh, Dick Little. This is Ryan up in the ERN booth. You got a copy?
I got you loud and clear. You got me?
Oh, yeah, buddy. Well, congratulations, first and foremost, on a great win tonight in the most dominating fashion, if you will. Go out there and put on a clinic with these guys. And, you know, it certainly helped that the second and third place spots were having a WWE wrestling match back there behind you on the last lap. But even if they couldn't have, you had this thing in the bag from about lap 20 on. So congratulations. Walk us through it, man.
Thanks, man. No, it was really a fun race. You know, felt like we kind of left something on the table last week at our last race at Laguna Seca. But, you know, took her over to Dick's Body Shop, a little filler, a little epoxy, a little fiberglass. We got her back up and running. And, you know, fresh coat of paint, of course.
Oh, sure, of course.
But no, I must have been the good vibes I was feeling from the booth, man, because it was fun, man. Nobody could run away with it. So it was always, you know, somebody got in the lead and then they got pulled back. And finally the end there was Rusty just barely clipped that tire barrel with the left front, and that was what did him in. So, you know, just smooth and quick, smooth inputs, and that's pretty much what did it, man. Probably a little bit of luck too.
Well, I'll tell you, you know, you'll have to go back and watch parts of the broadcast to see how many people hit those tires coming off NASCAR pit road to take that sharp left to go into the infield there. If you missed it just by a little too much, you know, momentum, too much gas, it didn't take much to clip that right front. So Rusty was not the only victim of that tire barrier right there coming off NASCAR pit road, but you ran all your marks. You hit all the lines you needed to. You ran away with the race, as they say. You got a good chunk of the points made up right there. And let's see, they just posted them up as we were talking. So I'm showing you.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's see, 2 wins, 274 points. So even with one being missed and a couple of mishaps, man, you're making up some ground. So next week, Ryan Bean's still not going to be here. We're not sure about Will Brinkley, but man, this could be an opportunity if you make it. Is a huge battle between 3rd through 7th. Less than 10 points there decides the difference between you guys. So you could very easily make it to 3rd with the right combination of wins. Going to USA Speedway. Are you excited about that one? Is that one you look forward to, or what?
Oh man, it's all the way back to the iRacing rookie days, man. I haven't done a whole lot of racing at USA, but I look forward to going back there.
Well, we look forward to watching to see what you do next week. I'm not sure if anybody told you, we had mentioned it in the broadcast, but the winner of tonight's race gets a custom Potter County Diggers t-shirt with their choice of color. So you need to make sure to reach out to those guys, or they'll be reaching out to you. You get your very own one-of-a-kind Potter County Diggers t-shirt for winning the race tonight. And I think they'll be giving away a hoodie to the champion as well. So a little extra swag for the race win tonight. Probably the right race and the right night to win, don't you think?
Oh, yeah. That's I got to thank Potter County Diggers for putting that out there. I've already picked my one out. I'm going
Nice.
with the extra large in Heather Navy, it's called.
Heather Navy. Okay, I've got some
Yeah.
shirts in Heather Navy. I like that. I like all the Heather colors, believe it or not. It's kind of that stonewash look. So, yeah, good choice. Good choice there. Well, man, before I let you get out of here and celebrate this victory the right way, I want to give you the opportunity to give any shout-outs, sponsor plugs, thank yous. The mic is yours, Andrew.
Oh, just thanks again to the guys who put on the league. Rusty does a great job. You guys do a good job broadcasting. Potter County for the sponsorship tonight. Throwback to Grandpa's old body shop back in the day that kind of inspired the whole run this season. And then of course, got to throw it out to do the old Scott Pruitt hi to my family at home, whereas them downstairs sleeping.
Well, you'll have to go back and listen at I know it's in the last half of the race. We actually told the viewers why your car is painted the way it is, why you have the colors, why they look like stenciled letterings, and why the name change for this league. So we gave a little brief history on the little family, if you will, and
thanks,
told everybody why. So you have to go check that out. Well, man, we'll let you get out of here and go crack a cold one and enjoy your celebration for your victory tonight. We look forward to talking to you next week.
All right, man. Adios, guys. Hope to talk to you again.
All right, brother. Have a good one. Well, that right there was your race winner, Mr. Dick Little, Andrew Little, as they call him. Well, let's take a look at the post-race results. Of course, these are your unofficial results right here. We've got Dick Little. We just talked to him right there in the 68 Dick's Body Shop car. Rusty Modesty in the number 6 Sinclair car. Our favorite Styrofoam Cup. Nolan Potter coming home with a third place finish in the 34. Harold Watkins, his teammate in the 22 Big League Chew car. Casey Kuntz right behind him in the 31, finishing 5th with a nice top 5. Harold Rothery finishing with a very respectable 6th place finish in the 4 car. Kevin Dowd rebounding to a 7th place finish in the 98 Potter County Diggers Inspired Paint. Jerry Culver in the 13 right there, finishing up 8th, and Bob Fitzpatrick Sr. in the 48, rounding out the field tonight. Well, that is how all your favorite drivers finished up here at Charlotte. But right now, folks, we just want to say thank you. We appreciate everybody that logged in, whether it was for a minute or more. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. If you want, we would certainly appreciate it. Give us a like, a thumbs up, subscribe, share the stream, get it out there, and let everybody know that the U.S. Legends Open Series is one of the best and one of the most exciting to watch. Tomorrow night, we'll be back on Facebook on Evolution Racing Network for the second race in the RSR Cup Series, our flagship series from Evolution Racing Leagues. Kicks off tomorrow from Dover, and then Thursday night, coincidentally enough, the Thursday Night Throwdown League, the doubleheader from ARCA and Truck, they will also be running at Dover. So you're going to have plenty of Dover action. 3 races this week, starting tomorrow night at RSR and Thursday night's doubleheader back here on YouTube for Thursday Night Throwdown. Well, until then, folks, have a great night. We appreciate you guys coming by, and we look forward to seeing you on the next one. Have a great one, folks.